Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm Stella Factor. I'll be delivering a session on compassion on Shaman Women's Centre's online mindfulness program. Why not drop them a follow or like on Facebook, Instagram or their YouTube channel. So today's session we're going to look at compassion and we're going to finish with a really powerful visualization to bring awareness to compassion. And I promise you're going to get really relaxed and hopefully enjoy the session at the end. So over the years I've worked with a whole host of people, but specifically those who found it really hard to be compassionate because they struggle to cope and have been untreated, potentially unkindly in their own lives. And sometimes as a defence mechanism they've stopped being compassionate to themselves, and as a result I've seen their mental, emotional, physical and spiritual well-being affected. Seeing people be compassionate to others but not to themselves perhaps is something that a lot of people experience. But over time, seeing people slowly begin to accept compassion into their lives is a wonderful thing to see. I now look forward to helping you too to explore compassion, and let's do that together. So just for a moment, imagine never having had the chance to experience your own compassion and then seeing people flourish through the realisation that they too deserve compassion. Seeing the change in people has been amazing to see on many levels. So let me ask you here while I have your attention, can you remember a time when somebody was compassionate to you? What did it feel like? What was going through your mind at the time? Now think of a moment you showed compassion to another person. How did they respond and how did it make you feel? Now, while you're thinking about that, let's look at the opposite of compassion, which is being unkind or cruel. We can very easily remember the pain and suffering and hurt that we experience when somebody is unkind to us. This is because these emotions can in fact imbibe themselves into our minds and leave us feeling at a loss, and that releases other things like fear and anxiety too. But when we experience compassion, we feel more positive in the long run. So living in a busy life, in the world that we live in, compassion can often be pushed back. So let's consider something. One thing for sure is compassion is fundamental for the growth and balance of our human existence at a local level, regional, national, global level. Think about it. How is it that when we are touched by a story of someone who's worse off in life than us, the emotions we feel and our hearts at that moment are touched with compassion, which allows us to do something positive, whether it's share a story or give charity or support the cause in some way, because that is your compassion. I believe everyone has the ability to be compassionate, but not everyone is able to dig deep due to their own experiences or situations, and I believe we all have that ability. Some are just are able to access it more easier than others. I believe compassion sits nicely alongside unconditional love. When it's at its most powerful, so combining them together is something amazing. And compassion is not something that demands hard work. It originates from a simple act, the core act of doing no harm to others, by attempting to see through the eyes of other people and putting aside our own judgments, and having unconditional positive regard for those we encounter in our lives. Our ego can get hurt, and as a consequence we end up being quick to judge when we feel victimised or hurt in some way, and some people can retaliate in anger, and it's not really conducive really, sometimes because it can cause more harm than good. Being compassionate or showing compassion has so many benefits, including increased happiness. It slows down the aging process, which we talked about in the last session, and improves relationships and connections and gives you more of a spiritual or inner growth, and you're able to discover more about who you are, and indirectly that affects your overall well-being positively, I'd say. So consider if kind and unkind words can affect the condition of people, imagine what it can do to them in the long term in terms of their health and the way they perceive situations. Sometimes we might come across perhaps people in our family or somebody you might encounter at work, and someone who believes maybe compassion signifies weakness and they take advantage of it. It's important to differentiate between being compassionate and being a doormat for others. I find this really interesting because I'm often told, well, not as often anymore, but in the past I've been told, you're too soft, you're too kind, you worry about other people, not yourself. And I used to find that quite difficult because I took it as a negative. Well, in fact, it's not, because the work that I now do, having that compassion and that empathy, fuels my work ethic, and my core values in this work that I do. And it's also important to differentiate between being compassionate and being that doormat for others. Remember, you can be compassionate and assertive without people taking advantage of how empathetic and kind you are. So, with that, let's get meditating and look at that compassion together. Now, in your own time, if you'd like to find a comfortable place, wherever that may be, and perhaps you want to close your eyes and get comfy. Just allow your hands to rest comfortably, whether that's in your lap or beside you. And if you haven't already, gently close your eyes. Settling into awareness of the body, and take a deep breath in all the way to the crown of your head, and exhale slowly out. Bring awareness to your body and notice how your body feels right now. Just observe it, nothing more, nothing less. Just take a few moments to allow yourself to be connecting to your breath, noticing that gentle rise and fall of your belly. In today's practice, we'll be cultivating compassion. We all have within us the natural capacity and ability for compassion. Friendship that is unconditional and open, gentle and supportive. And remind yourself that kindness is a natural opening of a compassionate heart towards ourselves and to others. It's a desire to see yourself and others around you happy. Begin with developing compassion towards ourselves, allowing our hearts to open with tenderness. Now, as you relax there, allow yourself to remember and open up to your heart. Cast your mind to a time where you have been compassionate or generous. Think about your desire to be happy. Don't worry if it's hard to focus right now. It will come with time and practice. Think about why people love you. What does that person love about you? Or think about a time you recall where unconditional love you may have felt from a pet, perhaps. How does it make you feel as you recall that moment? As you relax there, listening and enjoying this moment all for yourself, maybe you're beginning to feel some warmth, or maybe you feel relaxed and cool, calm, at peace. Maybe you're smiling or enjoying these moments. And don't worry if you don't feel anything right now. It's normal. It's a natural way that is accessible to all of us, right here, right now. It's always here. It belongs to you, and no one can take this moment away from you. Resting with this feeling for a few moments, allow yourself to enjoy this moment all for yourself, because you are relaxed, at peace, comfortable, and relaxing in the energy of your compassion. Take a deep, slow breath in and breathing out, inviting feelings of peace and acceptance of who you are. So why not extend words of compassion to yourself? Just think about what you might say to yourself. And now offering these words in your mind for yourself. May I be filled with compassion. May I be held in compassion. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I be happy. May I know the natural joy of being alive. And now repeating in the mind the following words of friendship and compassion to yourself once more. May I be filled with compassion. May I be held in compassion. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I be happy. May I know the natural joy of being alive. Now, you can open the circle of compassion by bringing to mind someone who is dear to you, someone who you care about, and who has always been supportive. Just reflect on this person's basic goodness, sensing what it is in particular that you love about him or her. In your heart, feel your appreciation for this person, and begin your simply by repeating in your mind, may you be filled with compassion. May you be held in compassion. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you know the natural joy of being alive. As you lie there relaxing, enjoying these moments, now bring to mind a neutral person, someone you might see regularly but don't know very well. It might be a neighbour or a colleague or friend. Bring this person to mind gently and repeat the following words of compassion. May you be filled with compassion. May you be held in compassion. May you accept yourself just as you are. May you be happy. May you know the natural joy of being alive. As you relax there, reminding yourself that you are safe, calm, happy, relaxed. to mind someone with whom you've had a challenging relationship. Perhaps it's someone you don't like to feel sympathy or compassion toward. Let go feelings of resentment and dislike for this person within this space. Reminding yourself to see this person as a whole being, deserving compassion, as someone who also feels pain and anxiety, as someone who also suffers. Just see if it's possible to extend to this person the words of compassion in your mind. May you be filled with compassion. May you be held in compassion. May you feel compassion around you now. May you accept yourself and find compassion. May you be happy in finding your compassion. May you know the natural joy of being alive. Now, allow your awareness to come back to you slowly. Open out your compassion and allow it to surround you like a warm light. This is your light of compassion in comfort, and allow it to envelope you in all directions. As you imagine yourself surrounded by the warmth of your compassion, with no judgment on yourself, take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in compassion and exhale any hurt far away. Breathe in that warmth of your light of compassion and exhale that unwanted hurt. Now, bringing this practice to a close by going back to extend compassion towards yourself. Sitting or lying there for a while and enjoying the energy that you have created and which belongs to you alone. Now, in your own time, if you'd like to slowly bring awareness to your body and the room that you are in, all the way from your toes through your legs, your body, your arms, and shoulders, through your neck and into your head. And in your own time, if you'd like to slowly begin to close off this meditation and slowly begin to open your eyes. Well, I hope you found this compassion visualization useful today, and may that be the focus of your day today perhaps, and bring that to mind when you engage or interact with people or situations. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.